What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another Mock the Mock. And today we are going to be reacting to the legend himself, Mel Kiper's mock draft. And yeah, nonetheless, let's get straight into it. Starting off with the number one pick. Mel Kiper is going to be going Fernando Mendoza. Shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. And I will go ahead and say I have not seen any pick in this mock draft. So these are going to be real reactions to every pick. I think the question has become who's going to be coaching Fernando, not who's taking Fernando. And I think all of y'all know that as well. Number two, he goes Arvell Reese out of Ohio State. I think it's a real coin toss up. God damn, Mel. He filled the board here with talking about the pick. It's a real toss up about who you want to me. If you want Arvell Reese for the linebacker slash edge hybrid to help, I like that. But I also like the Ruben Bain Jr. pick a lot to be like Aaron Glenn's Aiden Hutchinson on the defense line. Big athletic dude, just has shorter arms. So I really am fine with either. I personally would go Ruben Bain, but Arvell Reese makes a lot of sense as well. Let's go ahead. See, number three. Whoa. He didn't write a lot about Maui Noah, which I don't think there's a lot to talk about, so respect to him. Cardinals need right side of the offense line help desperately. Maui Noah is a natural right tackle, plug and play fit. I really don't think Ruben Bain fits at all with the Cardinals, so I don't mind this pick at all. And number four, I can actually see it. Y'all can't. It's a pick I've done before on TikTok, and we'll see how y'all feel. The Titans go David Bailey, edge rusher out of Texas Tech. Honestly, I'm not too mad at it, man. I mean, yes, they need a wide receiver. Cardinal Tate, Jordan Tyson are here. I question if Jordan Tyson can stay healthy for a consistent rate because he's got hurt multiple times in college. And Cardinal Tate, I just think he's a high end wide receiver too at the NFL level. So I don't mind the edge pick at all. But I do think with Robert Saleh being the head coach, which when Mel made this, maybe Saleh. No, it says right there, new coach Robert Saleh is a defensive guy. I think Ruben Bain is a way better fit. You look at Nick Bosa, you look at Mikael Williams, who they took this year. I just think Ruben Bain's probably a better fit with Femi Oladejo, but David Bailey's a tremendous player, so not too mad at it. Number five, the New York Giants go Cardinal Tate, wide receiver out of Ohio State. I know a lot of y'all want Caleb Downs, but it realistically might just not be Caleb Downs. I mean, when is the last time we've seen a safety go top five? I couldn't tell you. I know Jamal Adams went six like 7 years ago, but things have changed. And I would argue right now, outside of special teams, safety is by far the least valuable position on the football field on both sides of the ball. So maybe they don't want to take a safety fifth overall, regardless of how good Caleb Downs is. Maybe they just go Cardinal Tate, who I think is a perfect wide receiver too, opposite of Malik Neighbors. Number six for the Cleveland Browns. Ooh, okay. The Browns go Spencer Fano out of Utah. I don't mind this pick. It's the next best tackle after Francis Mainoa. I really thought it would be Jordan Tyson. You get that fun storyline of pairing him back up with his brother, Jalen Tyson, who obviously is a NBA player for the Cleveland Cavaliers, if y'all did not know. But yeah, I mean, the Browns' offense line also sucks, so Spencer Fano is a shoe in plug and play fit at right or left tackle. Number seven for the Washington Commanders. This is interesting. See, to me, ideally, I think Ruben Bain and David Bailey in this situation would be flipped at 4 and 7, and it would work much better for Washington and much better for the Titans. So interesting. And he has them listed as a defense end, which I mean, obviously, Ruben is a inline defender on the edge, but I maybe he's going to play sometimes inside. I mean, Washington really doesn't need the help. I mean, they have Deron Payne and Johnny Newton. Javon Kinlaw's terrible. But I mean, it does fit one side of their edge rush room. They like guys on one side like 275 to 290, the other side like 245 to 260. So Bain, obviously around 275, 280 pounds, would fit on one side of the field for Dan Quinn. Number eight, the pick is Jordan Tyson. And honestly, good pick by the Saints. I mean, you need a boundary wide receiver. I think you could still use a true number one. I think Chris Olave is just a high end two at the NFL level. But yeah, I mean, you might have just got one if he can stay healthy. So no complaints whatsoever through eight picks, in my opinion, with Mel Kiper's mock draft. I wonder who this is. Yeah, Jeremiah Love. This has gotten to Fernando Mendoza range of like, why even talk about it? Kareem Hunt's getting older. Brashard Smith was a seventh round pick, looked all right. Isaiah Pacheco has fallen off a cliff since he destroyed his foot and had to get metal plates put in it. It's been a mess. The run game's been terrible. Jeremiah Love is the pick if he's available at 9. 10 for the Bengals. Mel, I think you're doing a good job, man. Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs, I mean, what is there to really talk about at this point? Caleb Downs is a phenomenal player. He might be the best player in the draft. He's sitting here at 10. The Bengals arguably have the worst defense in the NFL, so and the safety room is probably the worst part about it. It's a perfect fit for Cincinnati at 10. 11 for my Dolphins. I'm going to guess this pick is Mansour Delane. Okay. Keldrick Falk. This makes sense. I mean, John Eric Sullivan, the new GM, and Jeff Halfley, they both love the trenches, and both their press conferences opening up their like original statements, both of them said we will build this team through the trenches. Here, Keldrick Falk is being a Dolphin at 11. I don't know why a lot of people hate Keldrick Falk. I'm not really one of them. He's super raw, 6'6", 285 pounds, 20 years old. So there's a lot to build with that frame. You can't teach size at the NFL level. And I mean, Falk's a solid athlete for his size as well. He's a tremendous run defender, so you just have to develop him as a pass rusher, which with a defensive minded head coach, I think you would think he can do that. So Falk at 11, I don't mind it as a Dolphin fan. 12 is Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, arguably the best linebacker in the draft, unless you're counting Arvell Reese, which he still has an argument at that point, in my opinion. Sonny Styles just isn't a edge rusher like Arvell Reese. Styles is an amazing player. You got to add linebacker help to that room with DeMarvion Overshone. So if Styles is here, I like it a lot. Man, I guess I haven't reacted since I just started up YouTube really full time now. But I've read Mel's mocks in the past, and normally I feel like a lot of them are off the wall this early, which they still could be. We're early in the draft, but through 12 picks, I like it. Okay, 13 is going to be Jermod McCoy. Me personally, I'm going Mansour Delane. Mansour Delane is my CB1 by a really heavy margin, and it's more about how much I love Delane opposed to not liking McCoy because McCoy's my CB2 as well. So it's not far off. McCoy probably does have the highest ceiling out of any corner to the consensus. So if he can get healthy after that ACL injury a year ago last January, I mean, you could get a hell of a player on your team on the boundary. So it's all about safe or risk. A team as good as the Rams, you can afford to take risks. 14 for the Ravens. I like this. Makai Lemon out of USC. A lot of people don't like the Makai Lemon pick to Baltimore because Zay Flowers isn't big. Um, Rashad Bateman, I was blanking on his name. Not the biggest wide receiver or most physical in the world. Makai Lemon also not the biggest, not the fastest, but he's a dog, man. He plays with physicality. I mean, I don't care about the height. He's 5'11", 195, so good weight for his size. And he's very, very physical. I mean, you get the ball in his hands, he is almost guaranteed to break the first tackle every single time. He's a dog at the catch point, regardless of being a little bit shorter. So Makai Lemon would by far head and shoulders be the best playmaker in the Ravens offense the day he gets there. All right, 15 for the Bucks. Obviously, Sonny Styles is going. What do I think Mel's going to do here? I'm going to guess Cassius Howe or Kenyon City. Kenyon Sadiq is the pick at 15. So the Bucks elect to go tight end. If you don't know why, Cade Otton's a free agent. So maybe he's not back in a Buccaneers uniform because they have, I mean, maybe they just choose to use their money if they even have any money, which I guess I can check real quick. I believe they're like, yeah, 20, not a lot of money. So around middle of the pack. But yeah, maybe they elect to use all that money on defense instead of tight end because tight end is pretty expendable. And when you draft, I mean, recent history shows tight ends are starting to hit in the first round a lot more often than what they used to. So maybe Kenyon Sadiq is just the best player available at the 15th pick. And I understand why you would take him with really no viable edge or linebacker available at this spot. 16 for the Jets. Uh-oh, it's Ty Simpson. And personally, I'm not a fan of this pick. It's not got a lot to do with Ty Simpson. It's more about the fact Mansour Delane is available. You just went a whole season not getting a interception, the first team in NFL history to do so. How do you not take arguably the best corner in the draft at the 16th pick after you traded Sauce Gardner and let DJ Reed walk and traded Michael Carter? I don't know. I think this would have been a layup. I know you need quarterback. I know Aaron Glenn might be desperate to take a quarterback in hopes to save his job. But man, always talent over need, in my opinion. So Ty Simpson, he'll come in. He doesn't. I mean, maybe Tyrod can be a veteran to him because I mean, hell, maybe Tyrod was a pretty good one to Herbert over his offseason before he took the job. So yeah, don't love this pick. Probably my least favorite so far. Okay, might have to read this one. Vega Yawane out of Penn State to the Lions. He talks about Tate Ratledge, who was very good as a rookie, in my opinion. The Lions' offensive line definitely was very lackluster. I did not know they were 31st bad in the win rate category. I mean, is Christian Mahogany like not as good as I thought he was, Lions fans? Y'all let me know in the comments. I thought he was good enough to at least look left tackle in order to replace Taylor Decker long term or wait till the second round and hope you get Connor Liu at center. But Vega Ioane is a pretty big human being. And I mean, Tate Ratledge isn't small. Christian Mahogany's not. So ideally, I don't want any of these guys really playing at center. Hmm. That's interesting. I love the player, just don't know if I love the fit. 18, it's about damn time, Mel. Mansour Delane to the Minnesota Vikings. It's sounding like Brian Flores is not going to get a head coaching job and might be back. Well, he signed an extension with the Vikings, so if he doesn't get a head coaching job, he will be back with the Minnesota Vikings. Mansour Delane would be his best player in his secondary today. He shows up during training camp. I mean, Mansour Delane's a phenomenal player. He's a top five player on my board personally. So if he's here at 18, I think the Vikings win round one. 19 for the Panthers. I'm going to guess this is probably Cassius Howe. I don't know how high Mel is on Cassius Howe, but okay, CJ Allen. That makes a lot of sense too, going linebacker. I knew it was something in the front seven, just guessed the wrong player. CJ Allen's a pretty good player. I personally like Anthony Hill Jr. as of right now a little bit more than CJ Allen. I'll have to rewatch them both to really get it because it is very close. They're like probably literally back to back on my big board. So it's very close, but it seems like CJ Allen gets a lot more love than Anthony Hill. Maybe it's because Anthony Hill broke his hand at the end of the year. I don't know. But CJ Allen would be a pretty good starter to add to the linebacking room because Christian Roseboom, as Mel says, is a free agent. He's not that good either. And Trevin Wallace hasn't done a lot. 20 for the Cowboys. They took Sonny Styles. I'm going to guess this pick is either Parker, Howe, or insert corner of your choice. I'm going to guess it's Parker. Whoa. It's Akeem Bezador. Yeah, not guessing so good as of right now. Why is that there? Can we get that to go back down? Um, Not guessing good as of right now, but Akeem Bezador, it's an interesting pick. I mean, I agree the Cowboys need a big edge rusher. I just think it's more likely TJ Parker goes ahead since he's 3 years younger and has been pretty productive himself. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a interesting choice because of the age factor. He's already 25 years old. I mean, he's a one contract type of player. It's feeling like since he'll be 30 at the end of first first contract. So it's interesting, but it is a very good player. So I guess, man. All right, 21. Pittsburgh goes Denzel Boston. Perfect fit opposite of DK, in my opinion. Adds good size to the wide receiver room. And he's not really similar to DK. He's more of like a you just get the ball in his catch radius and he will come down with it. I mean, 100%. It feels like 100%, but I think his contested catch rate was well over 60%. So very good numbers there. And Washington used them in unique ways as well. Like they'll throw the ball to him around the line of scrimmage and just let him go. So a really fun player to add to your wide receiver room. I wonder what he has the Chargers doing with no Vega Ioane available. I mean, holy. Why is Peter Wood still available at this point? I have no idea. That's insane. I forgot he was even on the board. I thought his floor was 18 to the Vikings, but I guess Mansour Delane was there too. So I realistically don't think Peter Woods falls this far. Peter Woods in 2023 and 2024, you would have said was a top three pick entering this year. He had somewhat of a down year, but to me, he should still be a top 10 pick. He's a phenomenal player, good against the run, good against the pass rush as well. I mean, it's a tremendous grab for the Chargers. I just don't know how realistic it is that Woods would even be available at this point. 23, I love this pick. Avion Terrell to the Philadelphia Eagles to upgrade Adoree Jackson. They're very similar in size. Avion Terrell can play in the nickel. He can play in the boundary. He's just a dog, man. I mean, he's got a real nose for the football, causes a ton of turnovers, especially punching him out. He, stopped a fake field goal. He is just a very smart player, great play recognition. I love Avion Terrell a lot. I don't know if he'll be a first round pick because of the size concerns, but if he tests out good enough, he probably will be, considering how damn good he's been. 24 for the Browns. This, I would assume, is a wide receiver. Oh, okay. All right, this is like the first one that damn near knocked my socks off. And I'm not even wearing socks right now, to be honest with you. Zachariah Branch in the first round to the Browns. I'm baffled. This feels like a really similar player to Isaiah Bond, which I don't like. That's normally the reason I don't take Concepcion to Cleveland, just because I think him and Branch, for that matter, are pretty similar. I didn't even think Branch really had a shot at being a first round. I'm going to be honest, as just a Dolphin fan, so a neutral fan, don't care about the Browns too much. But if I was a Browns fan, I'd give this an F. You go Fano at 6, that felt early, and Zachariah Branch at 24. That's probably at minimum 25 spots higher than what I would draft him. So you could add Jordan Tyson, Monroe Freeling, or Caden Proctor, or Caleb Lomu. I don't know. I don't like that mock at all for Cleveland. That feels like a reach and a half. I love the playmaking. I mean, he's very fast, and his change and stop and his change of direction. I meant to say his stop and go and his change of direction, excuse me, is very, very good. But I mean, damn near all his catches are at the line of scrimmage at Georgia. So I don't know what the route tree really looks like because he wasn't given an opportunity, but I don't know. 25, Caden McDonald, perfect pick in my opinion. The Bears are in desperate need of a nose tackle. Caden McDonald's probably the best nose tackle in the class by a landslide. So if he's here at 25, Bears fans, count your blessings, run the card in, and celebrate. 20, 26 for the Bills. They go Chris Brazzell. See, Mel is throwing me for a loop. I thought for sure this was Casey Concepcion at this spot, but looks like Mel had another plan. Brazzell, once again, a guy I don't think goes in the first round. 6'5", 200 pounds. He's got some solid speed on him when he really gets going vertically. I just don't know if he's physical enough. Like he's not great at the catch point. It was around 40%. And I mean, for someone that is 6'5", you like that number to be in the 60s, near the 70s. So I don't know. I don't know how good the route tree is because, like I said, he was a vertical target through and through for Tennessee, just running straight goes. So I don't know. I like Brazel, but I damn near think you might be able to get him at that. What pick do they have? 59, 60 in the second round. All right, perfect pick. We're back on track. He's hit or miss. It feels like every other pick. Caleb Lomu, I love. You can start him at left guard next to Trent Williams if he returns, or he can just be the I mean, one, he would be the long term replacement to Trent Williams at left tackle. But Trent might retire this offseason. You really don't know. He's getting old. He will be 38 this summer, which is just insane considering how good he still is. So maybe Trent Williams just walks away from the game and then Lomu is your left tackle. 28 for the Texans. I'm assuming it's something on the offensive line. Proctor, Pregnon. It's Caden Proctor, which I like a lot. I think Caden Proctor is a very good fit for the Texans' offensive scheme. So bravo there for Mel. I think he could be a very big left guard, or you could try him at right tackle. He's a natural left tackle at Alabama, but has a lot of room to grow as a player. Just another guy similar to Ursery. The Texans are going to bank on being able to develop him. 29 for the Rams. Monroe Freeling out as Georgia. I like Monroe Freeling a ton. I might even have him higher than Caleb Lomu and Caden Proctor on my board. Definitely over Proctor. But I feel like Warren McClendon has played so good. Like, why do this? Casey Concepcion's on the board. Just take Concepcion to be your Tutu Atwell on steroids and move forward. I don't really get this thought process at all. So interesting. Another one, I don't know how I feel about it. Caleb Banks to the Broncos. I think a player like Christian Miller would be way, way better for Denver to be like the John Franklin Myers role. So kind of is interesting that Mel took that route, and also these picks are out of order. I don't know if he projected the Patriots to beat the Broncos or what, but Denver currently holds 31. I believe the Patriots. No, the Patriots are 30. So, yeah, I don't really like it. I mean, he's a fun player, very athletic at 6'6", 330 pounds, but he was hurt a lot. And a lot of the reason he was in first round mocks before the season started was a lot of projection. But then he only played 3 games, so I don't know how he really gets in the first. 31 cashes out to the Patriots. I honestly think TJ Parker would be a little bit of a better fit for New England, but I can't complain. It was either Howe or Parker. I'd prefer Parker if I was a Patriot fan, but Howe was the next best option, and Mike Vrabel can use him in fun ways. 32 for the Seahawks. I'm going to guess Colton Hood. Brandon Cisse. So it was a coin toss, and once again, I guess wrong. Brandon Cisse is the pick at 32 to end off this first round mock. Shout out to Mel Kiper. Real quick, I mean, I think he's a perfect Reek Woolen replacement. Pretty good athlete, decent size on the boundary. He is a boundary corner. So not mad at it at all. Um, this is the third mock the mock. I gave PFF's one a 5 out of 10. I gave the Sports Illustrated one the 2 rounder. Oh my God, that was terrible. I gave it a 2. It probably should have been a 0. I think this was good, man. Zachariah Branch was interesting. Peter Woods falling, Mansour Delane falling. I would go like a 7.5 out of 10. I think this was a very solid mock for a mock in January, and obviously I'm no expert. That's just my opinion. But hope y'all enjoyed, man. And as always, I will see y'all next time. Peace out.